A German shepherd's ferocious barks echo through a packed airport terminal, stopping travelers dead in their tracks. His target, a woman clutching a baby, her face pale with shock. But when the officer realizes the infant hasn't moved, not even a twitch, everything changes. What they uncover next will leave you speechless. Welcome to a story that'll grip your heart and blow your mind. Drop a quick comment. Where are you watching from? And hit that like button if you love tales of dog saving lives. Let's dive in. It's a rainy December afternoon in 2019 and Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta, Georgia is a scene of controlled chaos. A relentless downpour pounds of runways, grounding flights, and stranding thousands. Departure. Boards glow red with cancellations in. The air's thick with the scent of burnt coffee and restless tension. Travelers crowd every seat, their voices a low hum of frustration. Through the storm cuts Officer Eleanor Martinez, 36. Her boots clicking on the glossy floor of Terminal B. Her dark hair is pulled tight in a bun. Her eyes sharp but shadowed by grief. She carries like a second skin. 12 years ago, her younger brother Michael was gunned down in a botched bank robbery. Elenina, then a rookie cop, stood, helpless as the sirens wailed. That failure haunts her, a whisper that she'll never be enough. At her side, Pads, Vega, a 4-year-old German shepherd, his black and tan coat gleaming under the terminal's harsh lights. Vega's no ordinary canine. Rescued from the rubble of an Oklahoma tornado, he once guarded a trapped child for 3 days. His paws torn, but his spirit unbroken. That ordeal shaped him into something extraordinary. A dog who can read human behavior like a book, sensing danger to kids before it strikes. While most K9 sniff for drugs or bombs, Vega is trained to spot threats in the subtlest cues. A glance, a tremor, a lie. Elenina trusts him with her life. He's her partner, her compass, the one who pulls her back when doubts creep in. They're weaving through the terminals. Bustle, past a businessman yelling into his phone, a teenager blasting music. When Vega stops cold, his ears prick, his body tenses, a low whine rumbling deep in his chest. Elenina's hand tightens on the leash. What is it? Boy, she murmurs, scanning the crowd. She expects a drop bag, maybe a sketchy traveler. But Vega's amber eyes lock onto a woman, early 40s, standing near a coffee kiosk. She's polished, tailored navy coat, blonde hair swept into a neat shiny, a baby cradled in her arms. The infant wrapped in a pink blanket is eerily still. No coos, no squirms, just silence. Before Elena can process it, Vega's whine explodes into a bark, sharp, relentless, slicing through the terminal like a blade. Head snap, up, travelers freeze. Phones whip out to record. The woman glances over, her face a mass of confusion, clutching the baby tighter. Vega barks again, louder, his body straining forward, teeth bared. Vega, heel, Elena commands, her voice steady but her stomach lurching. He doesn't budge, his focus laser sharp on the woman. The crowd parts their stares, boring into Elenina, her cheeks flush. Vega is the best K9 in the unit. Never wrong, never out of line. But now he's turning Terminal B into a circus, and Elena feels every eye like a weight. She approaches the woman, forcing a smile. Ma'am, I'm so sorry. He's usually calm. Can I ask your name and where you're headed? The woman's voice is smooth, almost rehearsed. Clara Hudson. She says, I'm catching a flight to Boston, gate B12. Elena's gut twists. She checked the board an hour ago. Boston flights were canceled due to the Storm. Clara's coat screams money, but the hem's frayed and her watch, a cheap, plastic knockoff, doesn't match her polished look. The baby Sophie, she says, is 9 months old. She's just tired, Clara adds, rocking the infant. But Sophie doesn't stir her tiny face. Pale, her chest barely moving. Elena's heart races. Most babies would be. Wailing by now, startled by Vega's. Barks. She's worked trafficking cases. Kids sedated to slip through. Checkpoints. Is that what's happening? Here? Vega's barks grow fiercer, his body low as if ready to spring. A nearby traveler mutters, "Get that dog out of here." Elena's radio crackles. Captain Reynolds, her supervisor, his voice like a storm cloud. "Martinez, what's the hold up? Control your animal or you're benched." Elena's throat tightens. She's been here before, second-guessing herself, freezing when Michael needed her. His laugh echoes in her mind, fading as the bank's alarm screamed. She can't fail again. "Ma'am, can I see your ID and Sophie's travel documents?" Elena asks, her tone professional but firm. Clara hesitates, her manicured hands trembling as she fumbles in her purse. She hands over an Ohio driver's license. Clara Hudson, 42. The ID looks new. The hologram faint like something printed in a back room. Sophie's passport is in my check luggage, Clara says, her eyes darting to the exit. The airline said it's fine for infants. Elena's not buying it. Airlines require ID for kids, even babies. Vega's bark softened to a growl, but his focus shifts in a pattern. Elena knows from training. Clara's face, then Sophie, then back. It's a signal for human trafficking, for relationships that aren't what they seem. She radios for backup, keeping her voice low. "Lieutenant Carter, Terminal B. I need assistance." Clara's composure cracks, her grip on Sophie tightening. "This is absurd." She snaps, "I just want to get to my gate." But Sophie's silence screams, louder than Vega's barks. Elena's seen too many cases. Kids smuggled, parents desperate, predators hiding in plain sight. Her mind flashes to Vega's rescue, pulling a girl from tornado, debris, his eyes never leaving her until help came. That dog doesn't bark for kicks. Carter arrives, his wiry frame taut with focus. "What's the situation, Martinez?" he asks. Elena nods toward Clara. "ID suspicious, and the baby's not responding. I'm requesting a medical check." Clara's eyes widen, a flicker of panic breaking through. "You can't touch my daughter," she protests, her voice shrill. Vega steps forward, his growl deep, positioning himself between Clara and Sophie as if shielding the baby. The crowd's phones are still rolling, their whispers like a tightening noose. Reynolds storms over, his face red. "Martinez, you're out of line. Stand down before you start a riot." Elena's pulse spikes. She sees Michael's face, his grin, his trust in her. She was too slow then, too scared. "Not today, sir. The baby's in distress," she says, meeting Reynolds' glare. "We need medics now." Clara's hands shake, her eyes darting to the corridor. Vega's barks resume, urgent, commanding, as if shouting, "Trust me." The terminal holds, its breath, phones capturing every second. Elena is not just fighting for Sophie. She's fighting her own demons, the ones that tell her she'll always fall short. Clara's voice trembles. "She's my daughter. You're making a mistake." But Sophie's stillness tells a different story. Elena's hand rests on Vega's head, his warmth steadying her. She thinks of Michael, of the promise she made at his grave. "I'll be better." Vega's eyes meet hers. Unwavering, a silent vow there in this. Together, whatever Clara's hiding, whatever Sophie's facing, Elena and Vega won't back down. The truth is close and it's about to change everything. Elena, Martinez stands in a dimly lit service. Corridor off Terminal B. The fluorescent. Lights buzzing like a swarm of bees. Rain lashes the windows of Hartsfield, Jackson International Airport, amplifying the tension that crackles in the air. Vega, her German shepherd, partner, paces beside her, his growls, low but unrelenting, his amber eyes fixed on Clara Hudson, or whoever she really is. Clara sits on a metal bench, handcuffed, her tailored coat now rumpled, her face a mix of defiance and fear. The baby, Sophie, is with paramedics, her tiny form whisked to the airport's medical bay. But Sophie's eerie stillness haunts Elena. That wasn't sleep. It was something far darker. The crowd outside lingers, their phones still capturing the drama. Their whispers of constant pressure. Elenina's radio crackles. Captain Reynolds, her supervisor, his voice sharp. Martinez, you better have a damn good reason for this circus. Elena's pulse races, but she pushes down the doubt. She's not the rookie who froze when her brother Michael died. She's Officer Martinez, and Vega's barks were a warning she can't ignore. Ma'am, she says, her voice steady. We need to verify your story. Why is Sophie so still? And why is your ID off? Clara's eyes dart to the floor. I told you she's tired. The ID is fine. You're blowing this out of proportion. Vega's growls. Spike, his body angled as if shielding an invisible child. Elena's seen that stance in training. Vega signaling a threat, a lie, a fracture in Clara's story. Lieutenant Carter, a wiry veteran, with a hawk-like gaze, steps in, holding Clara's driver's license under the light. This hologram's fake, he says, his voice low. No Ohio DMV uses this font. Elena's stomach lurches. Fake ID, a sedated baby and a flight to Boston. That doesn't exist. Clara's story is unraveling. She radios for detective Sarah Lopez, a special victims unit, expert known for cracking trafficking cases. Lopez, I need you at Terminal B. Bring everything you've got. Clara's face tightens, her hands twisting against the cuffs. You're wasting your time. She snaps, but her voice trembles, betraying her. Paramedics return. Their faces grim. The lead medic, a woman, with steady hands, pulls Elena aside. Sophie's been given a sedative, likely midazolam, high dose. Her breathing's shallow, but she's stable. We're moving her to the hospital now. Elena's blood runs cold. Mazolam's not something you give a 9-month-old for a nap. It's a trafficking tactic. Keep kids quiet, compliant. Vega's barks erupt again, sharp and urgent as a medic's wheel. Sophie away. He strains toward Clara, then pivots, his eyes locking on a man, lingering near the corridor's entrance. The guy's in a navy blazer, an airport employee badge glinting. James Whitaker. It reads, but Vega's hackles rise, his growl deep, a warning Elena's learned to trust. Carter, check that guy, Elena, says, nodding toward Whitaker. Carter moves, but Whitaker slips into the crowd, his pace too quick for an innocent bystander. Elena's mind flashes to Michael's death, a robbery planned by insiders miss because no one saw the signs. She won't let that happen again. Lopez run Whitaker's badge. She says, as Lopez arrives, tablet in hand. Lopez's fingers fly over screen. No James. Whitaker in airport records. That badge is a fake. Ella's heart skips. Clara's not working alone. Whitaker's part of This and Vega knew it. Clara's head snaps up, her eyes wide. I don't know anyone named Whitaker, she protests. But Vega's growls drown her out, his focus shifting between her and the corridor where Whitaker vanished. Elena kneels beside him, her hand on his fur. What are you telling me, boy? She whispers. Vega's eyes meet hers, steady, like they were in training when he aced every trafficking drill. She remembers his past. 3 days in tornado rubble, guarding a girl until rescuers came. His paws bloodied, but his heart unbreakable. That dog doesn't bark for nothing. Evelina confiscates Clara's purse, finding a burner phone tucked in a hidden pocket. The screen shows text. Terminal B, 3:00 p.m. Keep her quiet. I'll handle security. The sender's number is blocked, but the timestamp matches Whitaker's appearance. Elna's gut screams. This is coordinated. She hands a phone to Lopez, who's pulling up Clara's real identity. Her name's Anna Powell. Lopez says, swiping through records. 42 from Savannah, released from a psychiatric hospital 3 weeks ago after a breakdown. Her daughter, Lily, died in a car accident 2 years ago. Elena's breath catches. Sophie isn't Anna's daughter. Lopez taps her tablet, pulling up a missing persons alert. Sophie Turner, 9 months old, reported missing from Savannah yesterday. Her mother, Rachel Turner, is Anna's sister. Anna's sobs break the silence. Rachel took Lily from me. Sophie's my girl. Evelina's heart twists. Anna's delusional, trapped in grief. But how did she get here? Savannah's 250 miles away, and Anna has no car, no money. Someone brought her to Atlanta. Someone with resources. Vega's growls soften, but his ears stay pricked. His body alert. Evelina's mind races. Anna's a pawn, but Whitaker's the player. She replays Vega's signals, barking at Anna, then Whitaker, then back. He's not just sensing danger, he's connecting them. Evelina has seen trafficking rings before, vulnerable women manipulated, kids stolen for profit. Is that what's happening here? She thinks of Michael, his trust in her, his life cut short because she didn't act fast enough. Not this time. Carter, get Anna to the security office. Elena says, her voice firm. Lopez, dig into Whitaker's phone. Records. We need to know who he's working with. As Anna's led away, she whispers, I just wanted my Lily back. Evelina's throat tightens. Anna's a victim, too, but Sophie's life hangs in. The balance. Vega nudges her hand, his warmth grounding her. She's not alone. Her partner's got her back, and he's leading her to the truth. In the airport security office, Elena paces. The rain outside a steady drum beat against the windows. Vega lies near her, his eyes flicking to the door as if expecting Whitaker to reappear. Anna sits across the room, handcuffed, her sobs quieting to a broken murmur. Lopez's tablet glows with data, her voice urgent. Anna's hospital records show she was under heavy medication, antipsychotic sedatives. Someone paid for her discharge and travel. Cash, no. Trace. Evelina's mind churns. Whoever's behind this new Anna's grief, her vulnerability, and used it to steal. Sophie. But why? Evelina's radio crackles. Carter tailing Whitaker through the terminal. He's heading to the parking garage, moving fast. Evelina's pulse spikes. If Whitaker escapes, they lose a link to Sophie's abductor. She grabs Vega's leash. Lopez, stay with Anna. I'm going after him. Reynolds' voice cuts in, furious. Martinez, you're pushing it. Wait for orders. But Elena's done waiting. She sees Michael's face, his eyes fading as The bank's alarm screamed. She won't let another child slip away. She and Vega sprint through Terminal B, dodging travelers, their footsteps echoing. The crowd parts, phone still recording, their gasps fueling Elena's resolve. Vega's nose is low, tracking Whitaker's, sent through the chaos. They reach the parking garage, a concrete maze lit by flickering halogens. Carter's voice crackles. Level 3 blue sedan. He's got a bag. Evelina spots Whitaker now, in plain clothes, tossing a duffel into the car. Vega's barks explode, shattering the silence. Whitaker freezes and bolts, but Vega's faster, cutting him off. His growl fierce but controlled. Evelina draws her taser, her voice ice. Hands up, Whitaker. You're done. Whitaker's smirk chills. You're out of your depth, officer. But Vega's barks drown him out. His body, a wall between Whitaker and the car. Carter cuffs him, and Elena searches the duffel, finding vials of metazolum, same as Sophie's sedative, and a burner. Phone. The phone's text match Anna's. Get the kid to the storage unit. Buyers. Waiting. Elena's blood runs cold. Sophie wasn't a random target. She's part of a deal. Back in the security office, Lopez cracks Whitaker's phone, uncovering encrypted files. One unencrypted message stands out. Unit 42, River Road. Clear it by midnight. Elena's heart races. River Road's a storage facility 5 miles from the airport. She pulls up Sophie's missing persons report, her tiny face staring back. Then another alert catches her eye. Mia Chun, 3 years old, missing. From Mon, last seen near Atlanta. Could she be there too? Evelina kneels beside Vega, her hand on his fur. You knew, didn't you? She says, her voice soft. Vega's eyes are steady like they were when he pulled that girl from tornado rubble, but his growl returns. Aimed at Whitaker, now in cuffs across the room. Lopez's voice breaks through. Whitaker's real name is Daniel Reed. Wanted for human trafficking. He's been manipulating women like Anna, using their grief to steal kids for a network. Elena's stomach churns. A network organized, ruthless, preying on kids like Sophie. And Mia, she thinks of Michael, how she vowed at his grave to protect others. She's close, but the clock's ticking. Reed's smirk lingers as if he knows something she doesn't. Elena's doubts creep in. Can she take down a network this big? But Vega nudges her, his warmth a reminder. They're a team and they don't quit. Lopez, get a tactical. Team to River Road. Elena says, her voice steel. We're hitting that storage unit. Reynolds' voice crackles, reluctant, but resigned. You've got one shot. Martinez. Don't screw it up. Elena grabs Vega's leash, her resolve hardening. Sophie's safe, but Mia's out there, and Reed's network is still moving. Every 2 minutes brings a new clue, a new fight, and Elena's not backing down. Before we head to the storm, quick question. Have you ever seen a dog sense danger like Vega? Drop it in the comments and hit that subscribe button. If you're hooked, the truth's about to unravel, and it's bigger than anyone. Imagine the rain-soaked streets of Atlanta blur past as Elena Martinez grips the wheel. Vega's steady breaths filling the tactical van. The storage facility on River Road looms ahead. Its orange doors glinting under sodium. Lights like teeth in the dark. Unit 42 holds the key to Daniel Reed's trafficking network, and Elena's heart pounds with the weight of what they might find. Sophie's safe, but Mia Chun, a 3-year-old missing from Mon, could be inside or worse. Vega sits alert, his amber eyes fixed on a road as if sensing the stakes. Evelina's mind flashes to her brother Michael, his smile fading in that bank robbery 12 years ago. She failed him then, but not today. The team breaches Unit 42 with a metallic groan, the air inside thick with dust and dread. Elelina's flashlight sweeps the space, revealing a chilling sight. One wall plastered with photos of children, their names and ages, scrolled in black marker. Dozens of lives stolen. A table holds syringes and vials of mausoleum, the same sedative used on Sophie. Vega moves with purpose, his nose low, then freezes at a filing cabinet, barking sharply, a signal for critical evidence. Elena yanks it open, finding dossier on women like Anna Powell, grieving mothers recently, institutionalized, marked as assets for Reed scheme. Each file lists a child, targeted for delivery. Elena's stomach churns, but Vega's barks grow urgent, his paws scratching at a false wall. Panel. The team pries it open, revealing a hidden compartment stuffed with USB drives, cash, and a ledger. Detective Lopez scans it, her voice tight. Mia, Chen's here, listed as held at a safe. House 2 miles away. Elena's resolve hardens. Mia's alive, but time's running out. Lopez pulls a final file, and the truth hits like a freight train. Reed's not just a trafficker. He's the architect of a nationwide network, using women like Anna as pawns to steal kids for black market buyers. Anna was manipulated, her grief weaponized to abduct Sophie, her own niece. The team races to the safe house, a rundown bungalow in a quiet suburb. Vega leads, his nose to the ground, guiding them to a basement door. They breach it silently, the air heavy with mildew. In a makeshift nursery, a crib holds Mia, her tiny form curled under a thin blanket. Vega approaches, nudging her gently, his whine soft but urgent. Mia stirs, her eyes blinking at the strangers. Elena kneels, her voice a whisper. You're safe now, sweetheart. But Reed's not done. He lunges from the shadows, a knife glinting. Vega's faster, tackling him to the floor, his growl fierce but restrained. Elelina cuffs Reed, her hands steady. It's over, she says, her voice ice. At the hospital, Sophie's mother, Rachel, sobs as she holds her daughter, now awake and cooing. Mia's parent arrive there, embrace with their daughter, shattering. Elena's composure. Anna, under psychiatric care, meets Elena's eyes, her voice broken. I thought she was Lily. I'm so sorry. Elena nods, her throat tight. You'll get the help you need. She steps outside, the rain easing to a drizzle. Vega leans against her, his warmth a lifeline. Elena sees Michael's face, not with guilt, but pride. She's not the sister who failed anymore. She's the officer who trusted, her dog who saved 2 children and dismantled a trafficking empire. Vega's barks in a crowded airport sparked a chain reaction, exposing predators' web and proving that instinct can outshine deceit. His loyalty forged in a tornado's wreckage, and Elena's courage, born from loss, remind us that heroes rise from pain. Think about your own pets, those moments they've nudged you, barked, or stared with knowing eyes. Maybe they're trying to tell us something, just like Vega did. Trust those instincts, because they might just save a life. Share your pet stories in the comments. Has your dog ever sensed danger? Hit that like button if Vega's bravery moved you, and subscribe with notifications on for more stories of animals and people defying the odds. Life's taught me one thing. The smallest spark, like a dog's bark, can ignite a fire of change. Let's keep that flame